What is going on, guys? It is Ahmed and I am back today with yet another video for you all, and today we're going to actually talk about FUBOTv, ticker symbol FUBO. This is a company that I covered way back when, mid to late January, I think it was, when all the hype just started. And as we know, the stock really had some significant price action over really the past 6 months or so. So as you can see, it peaked 62. I think it went even a little higher than that, but since then it had a pretty significant pullback, down about 62% per share. I bought in, I think my dollar cost average is around $35, $36. But again, it's not a company that really people started, it's something that hasn't been talked about lately because the hype kind of died with the stock. Again, a lot of people are saying, hey, this is the next Netflix. And that's the thing that started exciting people. They're changing all things television, especially when it comes to sports TV. But some really, really big news came out, in the aftermarket yesterday that I want to touch on. And that's what caused it to, pop about 7% in after hours. And then also after that, today even, it's continued to surge throughout the day and having a little bit of a pullback. Maybe some swing traders, day traders, etc., swinging back and forth. So currently sitting at $23.40. Now, if you're someone that saw the news in the aftermarket and you wanted to buy some shares, but you couldn't because your brokerage doesn't allow you to buy in the pre-market and the aftermarket, go ahead and use the link below to sign up for Webull. You get 2 free stocks when you sign up. Your first one, just when you make your brokerage, you get a stock value between $2.50 and $250. That's a promise from the company to you. And then when you deposit $100, you get a free stock value between $8 and $1,600. Full transparency, I get 1 free stock for everybody that signs up. So that's, my incentive to continue to push Webull. And not only that, I use this brokerage myself. It is my favorite one for my trading. Yes, for my 1K to 10K challenge, I use Robinhood. And my main brokerage, I use TD Ameritrade. But for my day trading, I love using Webull. So keep this one on your radar. Go ahead and click the link below. At least give it a download. Check it out. Get your free stock for downloading it and making an account. And then if you like it, go ahead and make your deposit. Get the other free stock and see what you got. Now, so FuboTv, again, pretty significant price action today. But what is going on? What caused this one to bounce? This is the news right here. One very, very big catalyst. Whether you think so or not, this is huge. Remember, my channel is not for financial advice. I just try to put you guys on the plays that I am in, and FuboTv is one of those. Been holding ever since, back in January. But as you can see, what the headline says for this Market Watch article, FuboTv stock bounces sharply after acquiring exclusive rights to World Cup 2022 CONMEBOL qualifiers. So, what does this mean? That means that if you're someone that wants to watch the qualifier matches for the 2022 World Cup, that's going to be held in Qatar or Qatar for those of you, who are probably, not Arabic speakers like myself. Regardless, in Qatar, we're going to see, the qualifier matches themselves are only going to be you're going to only be able to view them on FuboTv, which is going to incentivize people here in the United States, South America, Europe, Asia, everywhere around the entire globe to think about getting FuboTv, especially for those soccer fans. And remember, soccer is the biggest sport in the entire world because it's not, here in the United States, sure, basketball, NFL, baseball are huge, and soccer's, kind of second, third, even, maybe fourth in line. But in the world, the rest of this globe, soccer is the biggest sport, period. We know that is a fact just based off statistics and numbers. So what does this mean for FuboTv? Is that, again, the more and more they're able to get these kind of, contracts, exclusive rights, etc., that's going to get more and more people signing up for their service. And once you sign up for their service, you're going to realize, hey, I actually really, really like this company, right? We've visited the website before. You guys have seen me, kind of go through it throughout. But I told you guys, I love the website. Let me make my screen a little smaller. I love the website. You see all these different channels that are available. The best part about it is it's not cable TV, right? That's the number one thing we have to remember. It's not cable TV. You're given all the channels that are on cable, but you can just hook this up. It's a streaming service. If you have internet, you sign up for Fubo, you hook it up to your TV, boom, you're live. You don't have to wait for a cable guy to come over, hook it up. And we know more and more people are leaving the cable scene because they're realizing that, hey, this is not really for me. But as a stock, Again, this is something that has some very, very strong potential in the future because we know streaming services are taking over. So you can see down below here, what are the plan costs? How much does it cost? So as you can see, there's a starter package here, $64.99. There's an elite one, $79.99. And then it talks about Latino quarterly, so 3 months of the best Spanish TV, which is $33 a month. So again, all these different packages, you can see what the different shows, movies that they offer in addition to the channels. And the big ones are, again, for sports. I know people started talking about sports betting. I don't know much about that at all. But again, just the fact that they offer so much, and people are saying that it's a next Netflix stock. Look at Netflix market cap, $224.94 billion. Where does Fubo stand? $3.27 billion. So potentially, unknown, but potentially, it's not a 10x potential, but maybe a 100x potential for the long term with Fubo if they can control the majority of the market for streaming. Now, they have been growing revenues month over month, year over year at a ridiculous pace. You can do your own due diligence or go back to my video where I talk about it in detail from January. I'll link that in the description. But regardless, this stock has been having a pretty good run so far, and I'm hoping that we continue to see so. So now I'd like to talk about the technicals and the entry points. But before I do that, I want to give respects and condolences to DMX's family, because I found out about his death just minutes ago from my Discord. Actually, is where I got updated. I haven't been keeping up with this at all, but I'm pretty saddened to see someone such as DMX, an icon that truly did change the rap scene, early 2000s. When I first came to the United States, this is one of the people that I actually listened to. And, I thought nothing but, I was just very impressed with his lyrics, his style, everything about him was just great. But also, again, the fact that he died from a drug overdose, really, it's near and dear to my heart, especially as a pharmacist. I know he didn't use a pharmaceutical necessarily. It was a cocaine OD. But regardless, again, always, everybody, especially if you have family members that are on prescription opioids, that kind of thing, always, try to pay attention, make sure they're taking them as prescribed, make sure they're not, they're safe, have kits at home that could potentially be life-saving like Narcan. If that's something that interests you at all, comment down below. I can potentially even make a video on ways to kind of mitigate some of these overdose cases. So again, RIP, rest in peace. So the technical analysis for Fubo and FUBOTv, as you can see here, it's been very bearish, very true. All we've seen with Fubo pretty much the last 6 months after it surged, pulled back heavily to $24. We saw it rise back up, but had a very decent run up from January. So I guess it was maybe end of last year that I talked about Fubo, but from January to February, went up 116% after it bottomed out, but now it's pulled back even more. Now it's kind of back to where it was at the beginning of the year. So does that mean it's going to continue to have momentum moving forward and maybe get back maybe 100%, potential 100% gains in the short term? Very possible. It all depends on how much trade volume and how much positive momentum continues to show up for the company. So with the technicals here, you can see resistance at 2167, 2409, and 2668. Right now for Fubo, no real strong support lines. And we need to keep that in consideration because, again, for people who are trying to invest in the company, you want to be careful because if there's no strong support lines, that means it can, a falling knife sometimes might be inevitable. And a falling knife, again, is basically when the stock price plummets. It goes down super, super fast all of a sudden. And, there's no level of support because basically support lines is potentially where more and more people are willing to buy in for a stock. So between now and 2667, might be a very, very solid entry point for those who are trying to get in on Fubo for the long-term hold. Now, for the short term, we're not sure what's going to happen, especially after the pop that happened today, but you can wait for it to cool down. Currently trading below its 50-day moving average, which is $30.51, which is potentially a good sign. You could see way up there. Even the 13-day moving average is kind of where it's sitting at. So, again, let's look at the price action at 2360. And again, for RSI, relative strength index is 32.25, approaching that 30. Anything below 30 oversold, anything over 70 overbought. So if it's oversold, good time to potentially pounce on the stock. So that's my update today for FUBOTv. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I haven't given a shout out to the Discord lately. I don't know what's been going on, but that's a place that people talk all things stock. We have some fantastic individuals in there. So my apologies for not bringing it up lately. But come on in, join us on the free Discord. We have Dave, Darius, Dragon Force. Hey, I'm Kev. Guys who are there. I'm just reading off the names that are on right now. They're just having some fantastic conversations about Neo, about CTRM, different stocks all around, Zomedica all the time. So again, a quick shout out to all of them. So please tune in. I Dream of Jenny. I don't want to miss anybody, but I'm just looking at the most recent names. And of course, Rocky, always on, to support everyone and questions they might have. So again, thank you to everybody, especially to you, Dave. You are someone that really has been significantly helping out the Discord, because I am unable to since I work all the time. But regardless, join us on the Discord. Get your free stocks with Webull. I'll leave that here one more time to show you, what offer they have. The 2 free stocks when you deposit $100. And until next time, everybody, keep investing.